As the race for become the next presidential candidate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria continues, presidential candidates are taking turns to address maritime stakeholders to gain their trust and votes. Kwankwaso, first on the card, addressed journalists, and they'll be giving you all the details on the program. On that note, I welcome you to BROWNSON Maritime, where we'll bring to you all the best of the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is BROWNSON, UNWANA, your host, and I must tell you that the program today is well loaded, and they'll be dishing out all the informations that you need to know. But first, let's take a very quick break. When we come back, we serve you all the actions. Don't go away.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from demurrage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-6227-1120, 081-2763-3510, or you can send us an email, info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Now, the presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party within the week paid a visit to unveil his maritime agenda to maritime stakeholders. More in this report.
The new Nigerian People's Party has pledged to hand over the maritime sector to maritime experts immediately after it voted into power in 2023. This was made known by the NNPP presidential candidate, Senator Kwankwaso, in a town hall meeting with maritime stakeholders in Lagos.
Our government will look into the position of constructing a rail line both from Apapa and Tinkan Island ports to a dry port area outside Lagos, where arrived goods should be domiciled for clearance in order to stop heavy trucks from causing a gridlock in Lagos. We should also look into the possibility of opening other ports, such as Warri, Port Harcourt, Calabar, etc., in order to decongest Lagos port. In addition, I can assure you that it will no longer be business as usual. Under our watch, maritime professionals will take charge of the maritime sector.
Dr. Boniface Anebonam, founder of the party, called on all stakeholders to rally around the NNPP presidential candidate to deliver good governance to the nation.
The second leg of this journey is Nigeria through a political platform. And that journey will be concluded 2023. That will be the emergence of Senator Kwankwaso as president of the Now, why am I here? Hold me responsible, the maritime stakeholders. The word is, let's fight from inside. Hold me responsible. The social contract will be you and the NNPP to enter into responsible partnership, meaning that we have to do our work. We have to work because power is not given. Power is taken or negotiable.
Now, the activity of the Nigerian Customs Service, especially the strike force and FOU, has continued to generate lots of controversy, but some freight forwarders who spoke exclusively to Nigeria Maritime TV debunk the corruption allegation claim leveled on these units.
In a bid to clarify and to set performance record of the Nigerian Customs Service formation of Federal Operation Unit FOU and CG Strike Force, both in Zone A, against the unfounded allegation by some freight forwarders, maritime stakeholders have condemned such allegations made to the Strike Force and FOU, insisting it is baseless. The stakeholders, who spoke exclusively to Nigeria Maritime TV, revealed that most of the alleged wrongdoing level against the units are not verifiable and may be a ploy to blackmail the unit from carrying out their statutory functions as assigned by them by the service.
Or Strike Force, because I think I've been to them. These are thorough professionals who are doing their work the way the work should be done. Extortion, kind of extortion I don't even understand by extortion. Go to FOU and see what is going on. The containers are arrested, everywhere arrested. If they are extorting, you won't have seen anybody coming to FOU because of the container was held. In fact, one of the things that this time they don't even want to know who you are, what the paper, to look at the paper. They just pick the container, the FOU, and get it open and know what you are carrying there. The FOU I know today, I know now, headed by the controller, with all these fiazi boys that they put on road to tackle containers anyhow, anywhere, wherever you take the container to, they will trace you and snatch you out and take you to their warehouse to really find out the kind of thing that you are carrying. They are not into extortion, as long as I'm concerned. Well, I'm not standing for FOU, neither does Staff, but I am talking about the experience and what is going on today.
Generally, things are tight here and there, so people are frustrated. So any frustrated person can say what he or she want to say against anybody he felt he want to go against. So these things are normal. So but naturally we are, where we have non-compliance, you should expect the Customs Strike Force and FOU to do their work. That's why they are there. We give them the work they are doing. Why I tell you why I say we give them work, because if we do the right thing, the importers do the right thing, then they won't see work to do. Then we go back to border. But because the importers gave them a job, we employ them to do what they are doing. So because everything freight forwarder, I don't know about this freight forwarder. The fight should be an importer. It should be a fight of traders, importers, Nigerian importers, not freight forwarders fights.
When you talk about multiple checkpoints and all that, multiple arrests and all that, NKDB says since men have learned how to fly without perching, how to shoot without perching, he has also learned how to fly without perching. What am I trying to say? In as much as importers have also decided to be cutting corners, government will continue to make decisions. They will continue to put policies in place to checkmate the importers. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that as a freight forwarder, what I do, I have to educate my importers on items to bring.
According to the performance statistics obtained from the CG Strike Force Zone A, there have been tremendous achievements recorded by the unit than ever before. Their record shows that from January to June 2022, a total seizure of a duty paid value of 7.432 billion naira was recorded, while the unit also recorded a total of 3.140 billion naira through demand notice (DN) into the FG coffers, with arrest of 4 suspects. Some of the spectacular seizures were 8,000 bags of foreign rice, tramadol, 966 slabs of donkey skin, 3,695 used tires, and lady shoes, among others. The stakeholders also cite the lack of compliance rate of importers as the core reason the Customs Service created this unit for checks and balances.
Also to save us a lot of squares, because if they don't do the right thing, we'll be the one to go into the our name will be keep mentioning, just like the way we are mentioning freight forwarders. So I use every little opportunity at my disposal to talk to these guys and let them know the best way to go about it, so that nobody will cry foul or cry foul tomorrow or start begging who we are not supposed to beg. So I do everything humanly possible to reach out on them, educate them on the need to do the needful when it comes to declaration. We do that, and you can see most of them are coming up to understand what you are actually saying, because at the end of the day, you want to pay, you are dodging from 5%, you want to use from 20%, you want to use 5%. At the end of the day, after going out to other process, if you're being caught on the process, they will pay times 2 or times 3 of what you are meant to pay because of the penalties and all that.
Out and be mischievous, saying all kind of things. Anybody that have a business doing, we don't want to spoil where he does his business. Just mark of it. If you have a business doing, you go to a marketplace to spoil the business you're doing, that means that person is a mad person. It is those who doesn't have any business doing that go about, probably they go to ask for alms, beg. They know that people who are beggars in disguise. So maybe they could not find their way, they just find their name, probably saying all sort of things about people who are professional in need. I'm a freight forwarder for more than almost 30 years. I import, I clear. You can see my company over almost 25 years. Go Google it and find out. And go on my website and Google it. So I'm telling you, the kind of FOE and strike force we have today extort money from you. Go to strike force and see how many freight forwarders are there paying their day. Go to FOE today and see what is happening. So if such people are into extortion, you won't see people going there. You won't stop more than 60 containers for examination. They might have collected money now and allow it to. So, and they don't start spoiling the name of people who are really doing the assignment that government has them to do.
Customs are doing the right thing. What they are doing is trying to generate revenue. Whatever you see Strike Force, FOE do, these are measures government put in place to recover most of this lost revenue. And I can tell you, within 6 months, Strike Force has been able to recover 3.1 billion naira. Not to talk of the FOU. They've been able to seize goods worth 8.1 billion naira in the past 6 months. So what I'm trying to say is that, and we agents and importers are the ones that is making them to recover such money, because we are not being compliant.
They also posited that both Strike Force and the FOU officers do not pose any threat to any importers or agent that is in compliance. BROWNSON UNWANA for Nigeria Maritime TV.
Now, joining us to throw more light on the challenges faced by freight forwarders in the process of carrying out their legitimate duty is Chief Fred Ajuzie. Now, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Chief Fred will join us.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from demurrage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akite Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-6227-1120, 081-2763-3510, or you can send us an email, info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website, www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Do you want your cargo cleared as fast as possible? At Martix Global Food Limited, We are experts in import, export, and customs brokerage. Visit us today at number 1/3 Creek Road, Apapa, Lagos, or call 080-306-35769 or 070-270-31487. You can also email us at matexglobal23@yahoo.com. Matex Global Ford Limited. Proudly Nigerian, proudly global.
Chief, thank you so much for being on the program with us today.
Thank you very much.
Now let's look at some of the challenges. I mean, you are a professional, and a stakeholder. I mean, you can pass a veteran in the industry.
Of course.
So, I mean, who else to discuss these issues with us? Let's look at the issue of the process of clearing of cargo. I mean, you domicile in Apapa. How has the process been for you so far?
Since the process of clearing cargo all over the country now has changed from what it used to be.
Okay.
We have a lot of challenges because now this is the period of security challenges in the country. So port is a border station where a lot of things pass through. So this place is no longer friendly, though it's also friendly. Customs and other agencies, they are now becoming so hard in terms of doing the way of doing things, not the same way, now a different way. As a former chairman of a leading association, but I'm not speaking as a freight forwarder now. I'm not speaking as a chairman of NAGA. I'm speaking as a stakeholder in the industry. So way of doing things now, it is not the modern way of doing things now. The whole thing has got to a different level, and where we have to put our heads together to know how to go about it now.
Yeah, there are also issues of NDL have complained severally about the recent trend in the importation of illicit drugs in the port. You know, sometimes freight forwarders are not the importers, but of course they have direct contact with they are the middleman between customs and the importer. How do you think freight forwarders can really protect themselves from some of these, dubious importers who conceal some of these products or give fake declaration to the agents?
A freight forwarder is like a middleman between importer and customs or whatever. NDLA is talking about, there was so much of tramadol recently caught in the port, and the NDLA is so much bitter about it. So they have fine-tuned and find another way of going about tackling it. So every freight forwarder is very mindful about what to do in terms of that. Nobody wants to get in their hand soiled into doing illicit drugs, because we know the implication, the kind of implication that it can get itself into. So I think people at our own level who have been in the industry for quite a while, I don't think that the people like us can be involved in such thing, because I must ask, I must know where the consignment is coming from, because some countries that are such illicit drugs can come in from. So we are very mindful about what we do.
But in the case where an importer gives you a bill of lading and tell you that, for instance, this container contains, let's say a mobile phone, and that's what's in the bill lading, and in the real sense it contains a laptop. How do you deal with this kind of situations?
Of course, in such situations, examination reveals whatever importer is having. Many importers are very dubious. There's no lie about that. Many of them could come out. But it depends on kind of a freight forwarder that we're talking about. Freight forwarder at my level, I don't think an importer will start telling me lie, because I must verify what an importer is carrying. The only way you can verify, of course, is by examination. But I don't think that somebody like me will know now to carry an assignment or to carry my job without examination. Examination reveals whatever an importer is having. If he tells lies, lie for him. If you tell me the truth, better. Examination proves it. So that is why I always like to drop your container for physical examination.
All right, now talking about dropping some of these false declaration and NDA issues and freight forwarders. Now, we were at a sensitization program where National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, in collaboration with AFLON, sensitize freight forwarders on the need to protect themselves from these shippers.
The National Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA Airport Command, in its quest to eradicate the use of illicit drugs and trafficking in Nigeria, took the sensitization campaign to Murtala Mohammed International Airport in collaboration with the African Association of Professional Freight Forwarders and Logistics of Nigeria, AFLON. Commander of Narcotics, NDLEA, MMIA Command, while addressing journalists, advised freight forwarders to at all time ensure that at the point of examining or checking their consignment with the NDLEA, the owners or their representative are standing beside them in order to protect themselves from drug traffickers.
Well, as you are aware, since last year, the President and Commander-in-Chief, in person of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, launched drug abuse, the war against drug abuse. And since then, the Chairman Chief Executive of NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Muma Barwa, has directed that the advocacy, that is drug advocacy campaign, should be replicated across the whole country. And since my resumption in office here, we have visited so many organizations, so many places with the view to sensitize people on drug abuse and its dangers.
Further, Victor Akorede-Shotayo, Chairman, Airport Chapter of AFLON, and other stakeholders who spoke called on freight forwarders to be conscious of their clients who only delivers cargo to them for shipment via delivery companies.
You freight forwarders, please, you are now, and what I call it, you know, they say, that intermediary between government and this NDLEA. When you see something, please say out. You don't need to be afraid of anything. The topic of drug trafficking, in fact, is a wider one. Very, very important. If you talk to tomorrow, you continue to be saying it. All we need to do as a matter of advice, please and please, at least you are agent, you know much about your job. Okay, I want to say this, maybe export from people. Critically examine what it is. What is it? I think I have to appreciate once again because if you ever put it.
On their part, participants highlight the benefits of the workshop.
Yeah, I learned a lot from the seminar because most of our colleagues are fall into trap from importer that they will bring shipment, they will send shipment for them to Korea. So after the examination from NDLEA, we find out that there is a drug there. By then, they will catch the agent. So after the drug, you call the importer that the shipment have been called, their phone will switch off. So we are the agent that fall into that trap that we don't know anything about it.
Because most times the agents suffer for what they do not know about. But today, they have been able to identify how best to go about it. The man that gives you extra money from what you priced should be a thing for you to realize that something is behind the consignment. Then the other person that will always want to use a third party to deliver the shipment to you, that being available during the time of examination, is also another area where one have to be very, very careful about.
All right, I mean, at this point, it's very important for freight forwarders to protect themselves because, I mean, if NDA naps you to get this importance, it will be very difficult. So, maybe an indemnity form might be very useful. Now, we are still speaking with Chief Fred Ajuze. Chief, now let's talk about the story that has been trending in the media for some times now. Now, freight forwarders some freight forwarders, by the way, seems to be aggrieved by the activities of some units of the customs, especially the strike personnel. Some has even gone as far as tagging them of extortionists. As a freight forwarder, do you agree with some of the allegations made by some of these freight forwarders?
Well,
I'm not here to defend anybody, whether customs or strike force or FOU. The kind of FOU you have now cannot be tagged with such names or strike force, because I think I've been to them. These are thorough professionals who are doing their work the way the work should be done. Extortion, the kind of extortion I don't even understand by extortion. Go to FOU and see what is going on. The containers are arrested, everywhere arrested. If they are extorting, you won't have seen anybody coming to FOU because of the container was held. In fact, one of the things that this time they don't even want to know who you are, what the paper, to look at the paper. They just pick the container, the FOU, and get it open and know what you are carrying there. The FOU I know today, I know now, headed by the controller, with all these fiazi boys that they put on road to tackle containers anyhow, anywhere, wherever you take the container to, they will trace you and snuff you out and take you to their warehouse to really find out the kind of thing that you are carrying. They are not into extortion, as long as I'm concerned. Well, I'm not standing for FOU, neither does staff, but I am talking about the experience and what is going on today. So any freight forwarder who is telling you that FOU is extorting money, you know that a person that is talking probably just want to say from the gallery. But it's not FOU today. Maybe FOU of those days, not the one that is operative now. Go to the port and see how many containers that FOU stopped for examination. If such as FOU is talking about that it extorts money, how can it stop almost 60 containers from a Papa port for examination, which can be starting from any time, maybe next week or thereabout? If such people are into extorting, because it has never happened before that FOU will go to the port to stop about 60 containers for examination. The containers have not left. They are still in the port. How will you take such people?
Now, does it mean that some of these people that complain about the activities of strike force and FOU are not compliant to government regulation?
Most likely. And the such people that complains, they may not even have a cargo on the road. Do you know that a lot of people are agents, but they don't have business doing that as agents? It is when you are clearing a cargo, you know that you are an agent. We have a lot of clearing agents don't have a cargo. They can go out and be mischievous, saying all kind of things. Anybody that have a business doing, wouldn't want to spoil where he does his business. Just mark of it. If you have a business doing, you go to a marketplace to spoil the business you're doing, that means that person is a mad person. It is those who doesn't have any business doing that go about. Probably they go to ask for alms. They know there are people who are beggars in disguise. So maybe they could not find their way. They just find their name. Probably saying all sorts of things about people who are professional in need. I'm a freight forwarder for more than almost 30 years. I import, I clear. You can see my company over almost 25 years. Go Google it and find out. And go on my website and Google it. So I'm telling you, the kind of FOU and strike force we have today extorts money from you. Go to strike force and see how many freight forwarders are there paying their deal. Go to FOU today and see what is happening. So if such people are into extortion, you won't see people going there. You won't stop more than 60 containers for examination. They might have collected money now and allow it to. So they don't start spoiling the name of people who are really doing the assignment that government has them to do. Maybe ID card and say that you're a clearing agent. It could be a clearing agent without an office. You will be a freight forwarder without a base. Where is it based from? I've told you where I'm coming from. I've been a chairman, I'm the pioneer chairman of a leading freight forwarder in Nigeria. The first for 8 years. I finished in 2018. Now I'm still in the business. But this interview is not about my association. It's about me being a freight forwarder. Before I become a chairman, I've been a freight forwarder for about 18 years. So I am only telling you emphatically what is happening in the industry. It has not been a business as usual. It has not been a business as usual. This time around, everybody, because this is time of insecurity, people are very mindful about what they're doing. Mostly the operatives. And I assure you with that.
All right. Yeah. Chief Fred Ajose, thank you so much for coming on on the program today and sharing your rich experience and thoughts with us.
Thank you very much.
All right, at this point, we'll go for a very quick break. When we come back, we'll be saying our goodbyes. What a conversation that was. And I mean, it's very rare to get people of such experience of Chief Fred Ajose every week. But Chief Fred, must thank you very much for your thoughts with us on the program today. Now, with that is a wrap of the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Now, you can also go to our YouTube channel. It's Nigeria Maritime TV. Now, if you're a maritime practitioner and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I must tell you that you're taking a back seat. Now, to be ahead of the game in the sector, you must subscribe. It's Nigeria Maritime TV. On that note, it's a wrap on the program today. Thank you so much. Let's do this again next week. Until then, please stay safe.